Hi everybody, welcome and welcome back. My name is Kimiko Sumi, and today I want to do a special video. Basically, I want to talk about a topic that's kind of sensitive, that's kind of serious. It's about not doing drugs and, not self-medicating with drugs, like street drugs and stuff. So basically, I want to give my backstory and a disclaimer. I would like to say that I've never done drugs or anything like that, but I've observed people who have done drugs, and I'm just giving this based. I'm just explaining this and talking about it based off of my opinion and observation for years. So if you want to watch this video, keep watching, okay? And I'm about to get right into it. Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna give a few tips or talk about a few points, not tips, but points on why you probably should never, not probably, you should never ever do drugs. If you haven't started, don't do it. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because number one, it will definitely lower your inhibitions, and it might even cause you to do illegal or immoral things. You might, if you get hooked on something like an illegal substance or something like that, like you may not have all your faculties, and you might get caught up in something illegal, and you don't want to suffer the consequences of that. You don't want to be in jail. You don't want to have to deal with anything like that. And you also want to be able to keep your moral compass or your integrity, because drugs can lower your inhibitions. They can make you, to me, through observation, I've noticed that people who are on drugs, it's hard for them to just follow a strict moral code, because their thinking is like compromised because of the drugs. So, you don't want to put your moral value and your life or your freedom in jeopardy. So that's a number one. And y'all, so number two, you'll be hard pressed to keep money. Those type of people who do drugs, they can't really keep any money. And that's why they're usually panhandling outside, because as soon as they get that money, they go and get their fix. And, that's what they do. And I have observed these type of people up close, but not exactly up close, but kind of like have been in like different situations where those type of people would be. And I've observed them, and it's hard for them to keep money. They're always begging for money, and they may not even be able to keep $1 on them most of the time. So that's why you might see them panhandling, and you don't want to be that way. And I don't either. Me neither. Okay, so number three, it could, like I said before, it could lead to legal issues as well. Like if you get caught with illegal drugs, you could go to jail. Or you might, people like that who are under the influence of drugs, they might get so desperate for it that they may like rob or steal from somebody. They may even kill for their drugs. So that's something that you have to worry about. You have to think about, okay? Think about that real hard, because you don't want to have to pay because of something that you can control, okay? So number four, it's a slippery slope habit. You might start doing, like certain drugs, and then you might end up start doing harder drugs to get a new level of a high, and then it's just downward from there. It's not unheard of for somebody to even start smoking weed. And by the way, that weed has fentanyl in it now. Y'all not even really smoking weed no more. Like, don't get offended by me, but a lot of y'all really not smoking weed anymore. And I've never smoked weed in my life, but I noticed a difference in the smell that it was before in comparison to what people are trying to say is weed now. And it's like a complete 180. It's not the same thing. And somebody told me, this lady, a nurse, told me one time when I was in a mental hospital, well, she told a lot of us in a group that about fentanyl, that a lot of them are not even smoking weed like that anymore. A lot of y'all not even smoking weed anymore. Y'all smoking like weed with a drug with a little bit of weed, but mostly fentanyl. Okay, fentanyl or whatever. Okay, so number five, drug addicts just simply don't look happy, y'all. I guess that's the point of doing drugs, but it looks like the opposite effect. It doesn't give happy. It doesn't give any of that. And I know I have my vices, and I know I eat. I love food, but you know what? I hate to say it, and I'm not trying to be what is it called? I am not trying to be a hypocrite, but people would rather accept somebody who likes to eat and has a food, problem, a weight problem, than somebody who's on drugs. Because, it's just, it's a lesser of, it's a lesser evil, but it's more, tolerated than somebody on drugs. A lot of people who want to make it right in their life and want to do the right thing, they will not have tolerance for a drug addict, and they don't really care, what they will find a way to get those people away from them. And I do too. I'm not gonna even lie. I don't want to be around those type of people, because it could be dangerous. They might kill you. You never know. You never know about what they might do. Now, honestly, I have a few tips to stay away from drugs and the users and stuff. Like, first of all, cut off all contact if you have proof that somebody close to you uses a drug, okay? And I'm not talking about alcohol. That's one thing. Wine, liquor, whatever. That's one thing. I'm talking about somebody who uses drugs, okay? Like, the type of drugs that I'm talking about. The drugs that, like meth and stuff like that, like crack and stuff. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because, and if anybody that you're connected to, I don't care. They might call you cold, and other people might call you cold, but cut their ass off right then and there. Don't let those type of people remain in your life. I don't care if they're family either. Cut that ass off, okay? Now, another one is to simply say no if you're offered. If somebody approaches you, yeah, they might sound simple, but it is that simple. Say no and keep it moving, okay? And back in the 90s, they used to say that. Like, they had drug-free, like, campaigns in, like, elementary school and throughout the grades of school back in the 90s. And they would say, stay away from drugs. Just say no, okay? And that's really all you got to do. I've been sticking to it for so many years. Not so many years, but I've been sticking to it all of my life. I've never once done drugs, okay? I have never even smoked weed, okay? And I've lived in Los Angeles, California, by the way. So, if I can do it, you can do it too, okay? And I've had a lot of hurdles in life, obstacles, okay? So, if I can abstain or withstand, whatever, if I can back away from doing drugs, you absolutely can. There's no excuse. You can turn them down. Don't try to act like that it's hard or whatever. Just say no. Simply say no and stay away from people who do drugs, period. And cut them off if you find out, okay? If you care anything about yourself, by the way. So another tip, definitely go to your higher power, like your religious power, okay? Now, me, I am a Buddhist. I am a practitioner of Nichiren Buddhism. I say that in just about every last one of my videos. Not to make anybody or try to convert anybody, but that's just basically what helps me. And I will link that video too, if you're interested. But it's up to you what religion you want to be and what you believe in. I don't believe in pushing my beliefs off on anybody else. I'm not a controlling person, but I just simply don't believe in pushing my ideas off on anybody else. And another thing too, if you want to do drugs, go ahead. You don't have to you don't have to stay away from it if you don't want to, but I'm just saying, I'm just giving you the consequences and saying, just kind of warning you or whatever. But if you want to keep doing it, keep doing it. If you want to do it, do it. Okay? I'm just warning you from observation of these type of people for years. Okay? Now, this is another tip. If you don't want to turn to drugs and you need something to help you stay pure-minded and pure-bodied, okay? You can go seek a therapist. You can go to a psychiatrist to seek mental health like support. Like you can get on depression medication, you can get on medication for depression or whatever you're going through. You can get therapy. And I don't really turn to therapy as in like dialogue with people like a therapist, but I do get psychiatric help because I do have a mental illness too. And that's one of the reasons why I have been able to be around certain people like that and observe them kind of closely, but not close enough to, you know, for them to impact my life in any way. Okay. And no offense to people, if you do that, if you're an addict or something like that, I'm not trying to put you down or anything like that, because I mean you could put me down about my weight too, I guess, but you know, that's, you know, it's up to you. If you want to get clean, if you want to do that, that's up to you. Don't take offense. I'm just warning people beforehand, because I don't really want to see nobody go down that path. It's horrible to watch. It's sad. It's scary. So, you know, I'm just warning people because I don't want to go down that path myself. So I feel like helping people because it's helping me as well. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I feel like this might sound cruel and cold-blooded, but if you want to stay away from drugs, if you're somebody who has never done drugs like me, simply avoid and ignore drug addicts, and please don't try to make any type of eye contact with them at all. Just kind of like, because that's a part of programming too. People don't know that you can also be programmed offline too and away from your television. If you look at somebody for too long that might not be up to any good, and you just observe those type of people, and you won't look away or try not to, you know, you can put that in your mind. Like you can, I know it sounds crazy, but you can literally program yourself into that type of lifestyle too. Like that could actually help with the programming that's already programming to make you turn to something like that in the first place. Okay, so anyway, basically, those are my tips. And basically the bottom line that I want to say is that the prize and the reward from all of this is a clear conscience, a healthy body, a healthy mind, material success possibly. That's very possible if you stay away from drugs. Okay, you'll have your pride. You'll be able to keep your pride. And you'll just be a great asset to the world as well, period. You'll be you'll continue to be a great asset to humanity. And that's what I'm trying to be, and that's what I'm striving to be, a great asset to humanity. I want to be a model for, you know, world peace, and a model for somebody who, you know, is that wants to do good in life and wants to lead other people into purity of their heart, mind, and soul, and, you know, body or whatever, you know. I feel like it's part of my job. Like, I'm not telling y'all what to do, and I'm not saying that, oh, I'm the one who should be able to tell y'all what to do, but I do kind of feel like I have a calling to tell people or instruct, not really tell or instruct, but to help people see the light at the end of the tunnel and give y'all, you know, like a break, and help y'all get a break just like I want one. So basically, if you like this video, like my video, subscribe, share it, hit the notification bell, comment if you like, and I will see y'all in another video. My lotus flowers. And for my upcoming lotus flowers, welcome to my channel. Bye.